Hello, we have sound this evening. That's much better. Cool. Hello, welcome. Topics. Right, the plan for today is to add topics to Showtime. So, Showtime currently manages casts. It manages a host and some participants in the podcast. And you can ask it to pick a cast for you, and it'll pull out a host and some participants. And that's cool. We added some stuff to manage the list of possible hosts and possible participants. Today, I want to start looking at topics, which was the plan for last week, but I'm really going to start it today. And topics are similar and different in some ways. So we have a topic for each podcast we give, and typically topics are kind of gathered up in Slack threads. So from time to time, someone, probably me, will say, we're running out of topics, and then people suggest things that we could talk about. I want to manage those inside Showtime. So there's a couple of aspects. The one I'll look at today is just managing those in the file. So adding and removing and listing topics, much like we did for participants, but doing it now for a list of topics. I'm hoping that's kind of straightforward because the storage module we had from last time is now quite generic. So we should be able to reuse that to store a different type of data. The only complication will be that the file that the storage uses is kind of hard-coded, or it assumes it wants to use a host file. So that's kind of planned for this week. Topics will then continue a little bit because I'll suggest some topics when we plan an episode. And the thing that makes topics a little bit more interesting is that when you use a topic, it's used up, and that's not the case for hosts and participants. So we'll need some way of saying, for a particular episode, we chose this topic and now it's no longer available. But that'll be for the future. I think for today, we'll just look at storing stuff in the file. There is a possibility I might get sidetracked into ReaderT IO. So we have the config being loaded at the very beginning of the app and then passed around as an extra argument to every function. And really, the function should be running under some kind of reader monad. I don't know whether or not I'll get to that. I'll see how it goes. I'll start and see what happens, actually. I don't know where it's going to go. Cool. So let's get going. So this is where we left off last week. We have storage file, and it can store knowledge about cast. I guess that's kind of cool. So in main, we have this thing where we call run, and then it's got a list of basically subcommands, I guess. And I got another one running topics. And it'll have some subcommands, I guess, like the same things as before, so adding, removing, listing. And I'm actually going to move it. So all this is just in line in this main file. It's getting quite big. I'm going to be a little bit more structured here, I think. And we'll put it into topic commands .run. And we'll pass in the env at the minute, although I might change that soon, and the subcommands. So to do this, let's go back to our Cabal file. And I'm going to expose a couple of modules. I'm going to expose, so before we had, let's just have a look at how this stuff is structured. So we have storage file, which is quite generic. And we have the environment stuff, which is kind of generic. We'll come back to that later. Then we have this file called cast. And this doesn't have very much in it. It defines the data types for hosts and layer on participants, and then the various type classes that we implement for those. And then we have cast storage, which has got the actual functions to talk to the underlying storage layer, to add and remove stuff. I want to be a little bit more structured for the topics. So I think what I want is something like, I want to move the command stuff out of the way. So it won't be in main anymore, it'll move into there. And I'll end it with topics, I guess, for the I'll just create these as we go. There'll be the types for storing a topic, and then topics, probably topic storage, which will be the understanding of how we store stuff in that file. But for now, let's just start looking at commands. So this is going to be source, and then topics, and then commands. .hs, all the lines I'm doing here. And then we should say module topics. Oops, topics. Won't do anything yet. And then nothing in there. Okay, so we have a bunch of errors, probably mostly in main. This line is currently wrong because we're not importing anything. Topic command seems very long actually, as well, for a module name. But we'll see how it goes. And also the LSP got upset. So let me just run compile build and see why it's so sad. Oh, I can't put a slash in there. You give the name of the module, not the name of the file path. So like that, hopefully. No, you don't do that either. How do you reference nested things? Unexpected problem early on. I probably have something in another thing, so something like Bookie will have it. Oh, you put a dot in there. Cancel that. Don't do that. Don't do that. So it's topics dot commands. And then compile build. Okay. Now we have a problem in here. I'm going to suggest to me. Topics.commands. Let's see if we make compile happy. Yeah, it's unhappy in a helpful way at this point, so I should be able to restart LSP. And will it start? Yes, it started. Cool. Okay. So a whole bunch of things I'm doing wrong because I've forgotten how to write Haskell in a week. We'll export run, and we'll find run is taking. I don't really want to do this. Take the app and go to a list of texts. I think it is IO unit. I think it's something like that. Takes append and a list of strings, sorry, and then goes to IO unit. I'm going to say for now run is equal to nothing. Okay, so can we import this? We can. Okay, and then here we can say, I don't know, I need to give it such a convoluted name. I want to import this qualified as topic commands. I want to say import qualified topic commands as commands. Okay. So now we can say topics, and it should go off and run that function that's now in the topic folder, topic directory. Right. So This is going to look a bit like this. I'm just going to copy it. Okay, and then we'll want to say run add and run remove and run list. And we will say here add is going to go from append. I am going to fix this to string it is, and then it just be IO unit and run that. It's got the environment, it's got the name, and it's going to be pure nothing for now. Run remove. Again, append string IO unit, run remove. Oops, the arguments is pure nothing, and then run list. It's exciting, isn't it? Append doesn't take any arguments, and it just does nothing. And run list of the environment is pure unit. Okay, so I should be able to say to build it and just call these commands now. We say this, and then something like topics. Cool, unexpected command. So this is our crappy error handling. And we say add Bob, and then remove Bob, and then list. Okay, so that's kind of structure in place. Now let's look at actually adding topics. So we just compare this to the way run add works here. It called cast storage.add host. So I think we're going to do a similar thing where we have topic storage or topics.storage, I guess it'll be, and then we'll call add topic, or even just add inside there, because we need to differentiate between hosts and participants. So we can say, oops. Say storage. I would say, I guess we could say topics of storage. I might import this though in some qualified way. Dot add. Okay, so new file in here called storage. Just pop that in there, and it's going to export some stuff. One of the things it's going to export is add. So this is going to take append, and it's going to take name, which means a string, and it's going to run under IO. So add these things is pure nothing. Import that, and just jump back to the Cabal file, and we'll mention this exists, so topics.storage, and then let Cabal reload. Okay, now this page should be back. So now if we go back to commands, we should say storage.add, and we will import that qualified. So import qualified topics.storage as storage. Okay. The types work, but it doesn't do anything yet. So if we now look at cast storage and look at how add works. What was there on the screen a second ago? Loading host, load cast, add host. Called add unless exists. I guess we want something similar to this, because we want to make sure we don't put duplicates into the topic file, although less likely to be bit, but anyway. And now we get into this thing where we want to use storables, and we will just make sure it's not already in the file, I guess. So we'll just load everything and check it. But before we check it, let's just make the basic thing work without checking duplicates. So from there, we have our end, and we have, what did I call this before? String name. Okay, why not? And then we can say let name equal data-pack name. Okay, and then I will import qualified storage as S and import qualified text data.text. All right, as T. Okay, and then we have the storable thing, and this is where we need to convert the name into something which is storable. So I'm going to create a topic data type to implement storable, and this is going to be the storable name. It's going to be topic name. Okay, oops, don't do that. New file. It's going to be topic. Yes. Sec. So this is going to export at the very least topic, and probably its constructors as well. And then you say, oops, data topic is, in fact, it's not data, it's just a new type. New type topic is, and then we'll use a topic, and I think we call these get topic before, or get host, whatever it was. Get topic, which is of type text. So we'll import that. Okay, and then we should be able to import this, not quite yet. So there's a compile file, and we will define topics.topic. I have pleasingly created these in alphabetical order, just by chance. Okay, so now we should be able to import this. Okay, and this is the error I want now. So topic does not implement storable file. So here I should be able to say instance s.storable. Wow. Qualified foreign as S. Not quite what I wanted. Topic where not in scope type structure class s.storable module storage does not export storable. Perhaps use s.storable exported from storage. Oh, lowercase s. No, uppercase because it's type. Okay, let me just quickly jump to cast. So we import storage storable like that. And then we say instance storable host. So now let's import foreign. imported. Oh, I've typoed, that's why. Adorable. Okay, cool. And there's no explicit implementation for Marshall and Marshall in name. So Marshall, there's any lens to fill this in. There is not. Oh, here we go, add placeholders. Cool. Okay, so Marshall goes from a topic to text. So Marshall should be really easy. It's just going to be get topic. Unmarshall goes from text to maybe topic. And we can go to just topic. And name, I can't remember what the name is all about. What would that be used for? That used for? Name here. Oh, that's interesting. So name is specific to the cast. You usually have like host Betty, the name would be Betty. And if you have just a participant, it's just that name. So at the minute we can say get topic, but I'm going to see if I can remove name from that type class because it doesn't belong there. Pretty sure it's not used in storable anymore. In fact, can I just get rid of it? What happens? Oh, wrong storage. I'll do that. No errors here. Okay. And in cast, no errors there. And topic, no errors there. Oh, okay. So we didn't need that. Okay, so we should now be storable. Just before I forget, deriving stock go and equal because it'll mess me up. Deriving stock should be in my command file. Done in a second. I'll do it now. Load. Cool. I should be able to go back to cast. Get rid of that. Right, name fill punch should be there as well. It's pretty common. Oops. I use that quite a lot. Let's get sidetracked into adding language extensions. But okay. Right, back to topics. So topic now I implement storable. So we go back to topic storage. I can now call s.add, passing in this storable thing, which is cool, except it's going to store it in the people file, and that's not what I want. So I want to change the type signature for s.add. And I don't want it to take an append anymore. I want it to take a file path. File path. And that, yep. And I believe that's a string. I won't call it m, we'll call it path. I call it path. That's good enough, I think. Okay. So in cast, what we call it, which has some errors now, hopefully. Oh, sorry, cast storage shows some errors. Okay, so we don't call it with the env anymore. We're going to call it with data unpack. And then I can't remember what the name of that field was in append. It was something like file path. Okay, that's not going to work. I'm going to need multiple file paths. I'll import it anyway. And then the next error, same thing. So this should be unpack file path from end. Okay, but it's not going to be file path from end. Right. Let's go back and fix that. So in our environment, we won't have file path. We will have people path, people file path. Oops. And we will have topics file path. Also text. Okay, and then default file path. Right, there's something about this. So if I was thinking about this is not config, this is data. Maybe a question for Tim, who knows all the Linuxes. Is there an equivalent XDG config home, but for storing data, some kind of XDG data home? I guess while I wait for the video to go out and Tim to type back, I could check the environment. Got a bunch of data directories, but it's not really what I want. I don't have config home anyway. So I'm just going to go for home, I think. If I can have something like data directory, which is IO text, and then we can say data directory is equal to, so we will get home, look up home. If we don't have a home directory, I don't really know what we do. I guess we're running on something like Windows, maybe. Not sure what to do. So, case E of, what do they call it? E, an environment maybe. If it's just some kind of path, then we will say it's going to be, and then we import text more explicitly because whatever else. It's going to be path joined with dot showtime joined with data. If it's nothing, just put it in the current directory. Import like that. I can say import data.text as t qualified. Okay, so we now have a way of getting the data directory back. So what do we do with it? We want to join it onto the file people. So we can say something like data comes from data directory, and we don't need to case it, so we can say the default file path, this can be people file path. Is that what I called it? Yep, people file path. Now we have a name clash. Just call it get people just to stop the name clashing for a second. So we get the data directory back, and then from there we want to return pure data dir. This takes strings, doesn't it? It takes file paths. Okay, this needs to be an IO file path. We will not pack it. Okay. But here we will. Pure tpack. So we'll take data directory, we'll join it onto a file called people. Scope. Let's fix that. Okay. So now we want people path is get people file path. That's going to be the first argument there, and then the topic path is going to be get topic file path. That will pass into there, so we'll get topic file path can be very similar. In fact, just call this, just take an argument, couldn't we? So get no, doesn't work. Call it get file path, and we can pass in a file path that, and it's not even a file path now, is it? It's just like a name. Maybe just call it F. And we'll just add it onto there. We can say get file path people. We can say get file path topic. Okay, we have a little bit of a problem now because we haven't actually created that directory if it doesn't exist. It's a little bit presumptive to assume that this will exist. So I'm hoping that there's some kind of dir thing. So here we can say no. No. Okay, let's go and ask Google if we can find it. So we're going to go file path to IO unit, create directory. Directory which is initially empty. Create directory of missing, this is what I want. Create directory of missing, true, and then the file path. Create directory of missing and true, to say create parents, and then data dir. Okay. And where does that come from? It comes from system.directory, which I might not have in system.directory. Load it. Is it hidden? It just isn't there. It's not in base. Okay. Directory 1381. Back to Cabal. The library is going to depend on that. I should understand what the implications are of all of the arguments I'm giving to the version resolver. I think this says something like accept minor version changes but not major, but I'm not entirely sure. So Cabal build, let's make sure it's still happy. Happy-ish, just needs to go and compile it. Need more CPU. Nearly there, hopefully. Okay, cool. So now we can import this. And we can use create directive missing. And we'll import that. Okay. So we now have got people file path and topics file path. Jump to the errors, couldn't I? I cannot just jump to the errors. Let's restart LSP. Maybe no. Don't know why that wasn't happy. Normal errors. I don't know why they got so unhappy. This is not file path M, this is topics file path, I think it was. And this is not file path, but it's something like people file path. File path. And then it should be people file path. Okay, give me next error. Storage. Okay. Okay. Let's go up topics file path. So I should be able to export that. Get in there. Why does it now think it can't run Cabal? This time. Yes. Okay. Right. So in the topic storage, we're now adding it hopefully to the topics file path rather than to the people file. And then we should be able to quickly add the other ones. Remove append string IO that. Remove env name. I'm guessing it's going to be the same thing. And we should be able to say we can do here. We're going to say name is equal to t.pack name and then s.remove. And it wants append. Okay, I need to fix this as well to take the file path. It's going to go append something storable and then remove it to here. Okay, same thing. We'll take the whole append. We should just take file path. Path. I guess path. Oops. And then this whole thing becomes just path. And then here it's going to take a file path. So now it becomes path. I can't unpack path because it's already a file path. And I can't unpack it here either. Okay, and then no, load is broken as well for some reasons. So this is going to be file path and read file path. Okay, and hopefully we can get rid of append altogether. Right. Okay, so now add, remove, and load all take file paths, which means that in cache storage we're going to have some problems. So we're not going to just load anymore. We're going to load t.unpack. Shouldn't have to unpack this. This is stupid. I should store it as a file path. So it's going to be people file path of env. I could just do that, I think. Okay, so this should not be text anymore. No point in making it text. It should just be file path. These should be file path. And we just drop the pack and path. And this becomes $. Okay, that fixed this file. We don't need text anymore in here. Okay, back to cache storage. So we can't load anymore. We need to pull out the people file path. Remove anymore. We remove people file path from n. Here we remove people file path. This feels like it should have been a helper, but anyway. And when we call add, we don't need to unpack anymore because I've now put it back to being a file path, not text. Okay, that one looks happy. Let me go back to this storage. Okay, we no longer need to unpack it. Right, right up to. Okay, so remove should now take a file path and something storable. File path is the topic file path of n, and the link text is a topic containing name, and we'll export remove, and then list. What's the list going to do? It's going to s.list, s.load, and that gives me back storables. Okay, so it's not IO of unit, it's IO of a list of topics. And we are going to load from topics file path. Not quite. Okay. Actually, I can export this as well. And then we go back to commands. Here, very boring, but I think we can just say storage.remove, and here we can just say storage.list. Where's the lowercase s? Okay, it doesn't return this, it's going to return a list of topics. I need to import. It doesn't return a list of topics, sorry, it prints them out. So we'll take the environment in. What's this like? Let topics be storage.list of the environment. Oh, that runs under IO. It should be this with no let. Okay, so we have a list of topics. And then it's something like, did you use 4M before? I can't remember. 4M puts topics. I don't think it was quite as easy because the topic itself is not showable. It's not text. Sorry. We could show it. What the hell is this? 4M. T is a type to type. And M is type to type. Pretty helpful, isn't it? T is foldable. M is a monad. So take our list, and then we take our action to do on it. Okay, so it might just be the way around. Berlin. Okay, got my arguments wrong around. So in theory, we should be able to manipulate topics now in a different directory. Let's find out. We got a warning. Where is this in commands? Okay. The topics list. Aha. The file does not exist. Okay. So it's fine creating the directory. I'm guessing that showtime data now exists. That's right, but the file itself was never created. So maybe we want to do some kind of ensuring the file is there. Doesn't feel quite right inside here, but maybe also going to create a file of missing. Back to here. Our system directory. There's some kind of create file, touch file. Let's create it if it's not there. Nope, not really. Creation. No. Not really. Once I need to create the file if it's not already there. What is this? I just want to make it exist. I create a device. This touch file created is not there. Oh, it's got a fancy. Whoa, don't know what I pressed. G. Is this calling the underlying thing? The underlying celebrity, in which case, what does that do? I know. File REPL. Say touch file. What was that in? Unix. System POSIX files. There isn't a package called Unix. Maybe it's not what I want. System POSIX IO. Creates an open to file. I guess I create and close it straight away. This is in POSIX again, in this Unix thing. For more portable, see system.io. Okay. Opening and closing files. open file. Does that create it if it's not there? Who knows? Okay, so this is system.io, and then we can try calling open file. In append mode. System.io. So it was open file. Let's type this again. Pass first, and then the mode. Okay, so we can say open file, blah, and it was append file. It's going to give me back an H. Nope, it wasn't append file. Append mode. Okay, and then close file. Open file, H close, obviously. Nicely balanced. Open file and H close. Okay. We do have a file called blah. So let's put some stuff in it. Some stuff. Oops. So it's got some stuff in it. Bring the REPL back up again. Import system.io. And what we're going to do now, it was open file, blah, and then append mode. That's going to be back in H. And then H, close H, cap blah. Still there, seems fine. Okay, I think I can do this. So we will say let path equal data dir join to F, and we'll just say ensure file exists, or create file of missing. Let's do that. Path right. We can maybe combine these two things, so we can go. Oh, let's do this. Okay, so create file of missing. Create file of missing is going to go from a file path to IO unit. Create file if missing path is, I think we just say H close. So we'll do the creation first. So it's create file path append mode, and then we'll just close it straight away. Okay, so can we not create file? I get it wrong. Open file. System.io open file. Add that, and then it close as well. Okay, so now if I build and run it again, it should hopefully create a file this time. So no topics. Well, we add testing. That's something we talk about a lot. And maybe we'll talk about Haskell because it's a good thing to talk about. Good, we did not marshal this properly. Okay, so let's showtime data topic. Should also be topics. Yeah, let's fix all those things. So people and topics. And in the storage. Nope, sorry, in the topic itself, when we are marshalling it, we'll be calling begin the text out. I think that should be fine. I don't understand why it was showing it. So in here, when we call add, rename these quickly because it's annoyed me. Oops. Not string name, it's string topic. It's not name, it's topic. We need to pass in something that's marshalable. Something storable anyway. We're going to call marshal on that. So s.add. Going to marshal it and call and add a new line on. Okay. File REPL. We say is topic school import topic. Topic. Okay. And now I can say T is topic Haskell. And then we should say marshal T. Just like that. Oh, it was the show that went wrong. Right, okay, so the file was probably correct. But when I was listing it here, I called show on it, and actually I want to not do that. I want to say get topic. This. We need to show that might quote it, which is not what I want. So it'll be t dot unpack. Import qualified data.text as t. Okay, try that again. So I'll build again. We'll try the list empty. Try adding Haskell. Try listing again. Must have gone past it somewhere. Okay, we now have Haskell in that file, and then we look at the file. Showtime data topics. It says Haskell, cool. So we can add one called testing. interesting and stupid. I'm going to have it there as well, and then we should be able to remove Haskell. Okay, cool. There we have it. So we now have the ability to add and remove and list topics in that file. So let me add that. And commit this and say, add the ability to manage topics. And what do we move the data storage to a new directory and tilde/showtime data and add a new topics file under there to manage topics. Okay, there's a bunch of stuff I haven't done. I haven't done deduplication, I haven't done picking out some topics when we list stuff, but the basics are there. So, pick out topics, sorry, when I schedule an episode. And the basics are there, and I can build on that next week. So thank you for watching along, and hopefully see you next week, and we'll make a little bit more progress with this. See you later.